got to listen. Stop. You've got to listen to me. You're going against all law and order. Whatever the charges are against this man, he deserves a fair trial.
We'll give him what he deserves, Hammond. And it'll be a warning to all crooks to keep out of this territory. Bring him along, men.
You're making a big mistake, man.
You got about 1 minute left to say where you hid that money you stole.
I told you I didn't steal it.
Oh, yeah? The black whip.
What does it say? Here's the stolen money and one of the men who took it. He can probably tell you who is behind him and his gang. And it's signed the Black Whip.
The Black Whip is right. This man is one of the bunch that attacked my wagon train in Eagle Pass.
What?
Yes. Come on, we'll take care of him right now.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Here, take it easy.
We've had enough mob rule around here for one day.
He's right. I told you men you were making a mistake. Now let's not make another. We'll turn this man over to the marshal.
I'm with you there.
I guess that's the ticket.
Bring him along.
Black Whip captures bandit. Vic Gordon cleared of robbery charges. In a spectacular manner, the Black Whip recovered a $10,000 citizens fund and captured the bandit who stole it. What worries me, Marshal, is the story that Barbara printed. It says that on Friday you're taking Harris to Capital City, where he'll be tried by a federal judge.
Well, that's the truth. What's wrong about it?
We're pretty sure that Harris belongs to the organized gang that's trying to keep Idaho from becoming a state.
And now that they know your plans, they'll try to rescue Harris when you leave town with him.
Well, very likely. But I'll probably take along a deputy.
That won't help much if they attack in force. The best way would be to throw them completely off the track.
You got some kind of an idea?
Yes. Deputize me and turn Harris over to me tonight. I'll get him to the Glenville relay station and catch the Capital City stagecoach tomorrow morning. In the meantime, don't let anybody talk to him.
That sounds like a good scheme. I stay here in town. Everybody will think the prisoner's still here in jail. All right, I'll do it. I'll fix you up some papers to take along.
Good. I'll pick them up tonight when I take Harris out. Come on, Barbara.
This is sort of coming down in the world, isn't it?
What is?
I mean, for a federal undercover agent to be deputized by a small-town marshal.
I hadn't thought of that. But I can't very well tell them who I am till after the election for statehood.
Hey, Marshal. Yeah? Will you do something for me? That all depends. I won't be needing this watch where I'm going. That's all I got left to send my wife. Will you ship it to her by express? All right. What's her address? Mrs. Ed Harris, Laramie, Wyoming.
Mrs. Ed Harris, Laramie, Wyoming. When did the marshal bring this in?
Just before we closed last night. He said Harris wanted it sent by express.
There's something funny about this.
What's funny about Harris sending something to his wife?
Just this. Harris hasn't got a wife, never had one. He must be trying to send a message to us from jail.
I don't see why. He knows we'll never let the marshal get to Capital City with him. His watch and chain. Is that all that's in there?
Yes. Now, what was he up to? Oh, why, of course. They're sneaking me out of jail tonight to catch the Capital City stage at the Glenville relay station in the morning.
They've crossed us up.
Not yet, they haven't. That stage doesn't leave the relay station for an hour. You and your men can overtake it if you ride fast.
I'll make it.
City Herald.
10 points, you'll have to go to press without me. I just saw Baxter and his men heading for the stage road. I'm afraid they found out about Harris.
Then you'd better stay away from there, Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara. All right, don't listen to me. But you'll get into some serious trouble. And it's mighty hard on my nerves, I can tell you.
Take his gun and horse. The Black Whip. We'll get him this time.
What do you know? The Meredith Ranch. I wonder.
So do I. It's strange how we lost the Black Whip so close to this place.
Maybe he's hiding at the ranch.
But how could he get in there without us seeing him? You know, maybe we better look into this. The girl's always printing stuff about him in her paper. Maybe she knows who he is and where he's hiding out.
Yeah.
Hello, 10 Point.
Howdy, Vic.
Where's Barbara?
Still at the ranch, I reckon.
I have something important to tell her. Call her on the telephone, will you?
What do you want?
Plenty, sister. Where's the Black Whip?
What makes you think I know?
I'm asking the questions. Where is he and who is he?
Someone playing a lone hand against you cutthroats who are trying to prevent Idaho from becoming a state.
Never mind the 4th of July speech. You know what I mean. What's his name?
If I knew, I wouldn't tell you.
You better spill it all.
Hold it.
Heard from Barbara yet?
Nope. I've been ringing the ranch every 5 minutes since you left.
And I've checked every place in town she could possibly be. Nobody's seen her. I'm going to the ranch.
Hello?
This is Barbara.
Where are you? Vic's here, and I've been plenty worried.
Never mind. Take this down and print it in today's edition. Ready? Appeal to the Black Whip. Am a prisoner and will be released at once. If you come to Tower Rock, look for arrows drawn on rocks to point out rest of way. It's your life or mine. Signed, Barbara Meredith. That's all, except print that on the front page in octavum verbum type. Get that?
That's enough. We better hitch a team to the hay wagon so we can take her to the mine in comfort and well hidden. We won't be gone long enough for you to get lonesome.
Nope, it don't make sense.
Why doesn't it?
Because it's addressed to the Black Whip, and nobody knows who he is.
Didn't Barbara say anything else?
No. Only to put it in the front page and print it on with octavum verbum type. We ain't got any octavum verbum type. In fact, there's never heard of any by that name. Barbara must have meant something else.
She does mean something else. She's trying to tell us something. Octavum verbum is Latin. It means eighth word. Maybe she wants us to read every eighth word. Let's try it. At. Look. Out. Mine.
At Lookout Mine. That's it. That's what she meant. She's a prisoner at Lookout Mine. No. That old mine's been closed for over a year. Nobody ever goes near it.
Well, there's somebody there now. How do I get to it?
It's about 5 miles east of the town at the foot of Lookout Peak. But you better be careful. If they see you coming, Barbara's life won't be worth a plug nickel.
Don't worry, old-timer. They won't see me.
Now, mister.
She's gone.
I didn't see a sign of her.
She must have headed for town.
Yeah, and she knows her hideout's in the Lookout Mine. She'll probably send a posse out there, and they'll grab the boys. You better ride out and warn them. What are you doing, playing games?
You can call it that. Steady. Get over by them.
Up with him. Now, Mr. Black Whip, take off that mask. Take it off, or... Let him have it. Hold it or I'll shoot. Up with him. Now, Mr. Black Whip, take off that mask. Take it off, or...
Wait a minute!
Barbara, I expected to find you at Lookout 9. We decoded your message and I hurried out there.
That's where I'd be if the Black Whip hadn't rescued me on the way.
And he got to the mine in time to save my life. It's remarkable how he always turns up at the right time.
This time it can be explained. Some of it, anyway. After he released me, he probably followed the outlaws to the mine.
That must be it. But I'm still worried about you, Barbara.
Why?
Because you're in danger as long as these outlaws think you know who the Black Whip is.
They're probably just desperate and striking out in the dark. They might have tried the same thing on you or the marshal, even on 10 Point.
They'd better not. 10 Point is so worried about you, he's down to his last bottle of jitter tonic.
Poor 10 Point. I'd better ride in and relieve his mind. I'll have to send someone out to fix the phone anyway.
I'll go along and do a little guard duty.
Hello, Zeke.
Howdy, Miss Barbie. Mighty good to see you.
Thank you, Zeke. Oh, I'd like you to meet Vic Gordon. Vic, this is Zeke Hayden.
Glad to know you, Zeke.
That makes it unanimous. They tell me you're nigh on to as good a newsprint man as your brother was.
Oh, I'll never be that good, I'm afraid. But I manage somehow. How about you, Zeke? Any luck?
Yep, I think I've made me a strike after all these years.
Oh, Zeke, I'm so glad for you.
Congratulations. Isn't this a story for the Herald, Miss Editor?
It certainly is. Zeke doesn't mind my printing it. Why, the news of a gold strike will spread like wildfire. It'll bring droves of settlers to vote Idaho into statehood.
That's what I was figuring, but I couldn't say it's fancy.
Maybe it wouldn't be wise to mention Zeke's name or the location of the strike.
I defy anyone to find the location of my strike. I took care of that.
That's good, Zeke, but Vic's right. We won't mention any names or places yet. Isn't it dangerous to carry around evidence of the strike?
Maybe, but I got to have it assayed. I'm sending this to Capital City by stage.
We're going into town. We could take it into the stage office for you.
Thanks, that'll save me a trip.
So long, Zeke. Take care of yourself. Ah!
Bye.
Brooks Assay Company, Capital City. Shipped by Zeke Hayden. This might explain that mysterious gold strike.
Gold strike? Where?
There's a bulletin about it over in the newspaper office. That's mighty high-grade ore. Looks like old Zeke really has made a strike.
When this news gets around, we'll be swamped with settlers.
Yes, and every one have voted for statehood. We've got to stop Hayden before he gives any more news to that paper. That'll check the gold rush. But first, I want to find out where this strike is.
It must be near his camp.
Well, not necessarily. Might be anywhere within 20 miles of it. Tell Baxter and Harris to find out, then finish him off. And tell them also not to bungle this one, or there'll be some notices in the paper they won't be reading.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the paper, Vic?
Well, you can read it over the shoulders of everybody in town.
Yep, them shoulder readers is what's cramping our circulation.
I'm riding out to the ranch, Vic. How would you like a nice home-cooked dinner as payment for being my bodyguard?
Well, I can't think of a single objection.
Good. We can stop by Zeke's camp on the way and give him a copy of the paper.
Couldn't you sell a copy for once?
Now you're going to tell us where your gold strike is.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. You struck gold someplace, and I want to know the location of your strike.
I ain't struck nothing. Somebody's been bamboozling you.
Quit stalling. You know all about the ore shipments you've been making.
Get that poker. We'll make him talk. Take his boot off.
Hey, Baxter.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what we're looking for.
That sounds like trouble at Zeke's camp.
Was he hurt bad, Vic?
We ought to take him to a doctor.
I don't feel up to going that far.
It might be better not to move him. I'll drive to the ranch and telephone for a doctor.
Fine, Barbara. I'll stay here and do what I can for Zeke.
So that's where the claim is. Hammond will be glad to hear this.
But not if the old man's still alive. We can't get him with Gordon there.
We're not so far from Hammond's old mine. We'll get a keg of powder and roll it off that cliff above Zeke's camp. Take care of him and Gordon, too.
Hello?
Hello, 10 Point. This is Barbara. Zeke Hayden's been shot. Get a hold of Dr. Shaw and have him go right out to Zeke's camp.
All right. But where are you now, Miss Barbara?
At the ranch, but I'm going back to the camp in case there's more trouble.
Yep. Same old story. Trouble for you, worry for me.
Better lie down a while, Zeke.
Thanks. I can manage now. You better keep your eyes open.
You're right, Zeke. I'll go up on the cliff and take a look around.
Here comes Gordon.
That's far enough, Gordon.
while, Zeke.
Thanks. I can manage now. You better keep your eyes open.
All right, Zeke. I'll go up on the cliff and take a look around.
Here comes Gordon.
It's far enough, Gordon. The Black Whip!
The Black Whip was here. He saved himself by jumping inside there with me. Who touched off that explosion?
The same men who attacked you before. Your gold mine isn't a secret any longer, Zeke. The sooner you get your claim filed, the better.
Big gold strike at Harper's Creek. Many new settlers arriving. In order to keep outlaws from attacking these newcomers, our citizens are organizing a mounted patrol. Members of this patrol will assemble in town this afternoon, following which they will ride out to meet a wagon train reported arriving from Kansas. This gold strike will bring people in here by the thousands. Settlers whose votes are sure to be for statehood. If we don't find a way to stop them, we're going to lose control of this territory.
It ain't so easy to stop a gold rush.
We can only destroy that first wagon train that's coming in. That would discourage others from following.
Sure it would, but what about the posse that's riding out to bring the wagons in? We can't buck them.
They haven't got to stop yet, Baxter. That posse is going to use the marshal's office for headquarters. Now, here's what I want you to do. You select one of your best men, a man you can depend upon.
Every able-bodied man in town is ready to ride with us to meet the wagon train.
Well, I'm mighty proud of the spirit Crescent City is showing.
It's wonderful. And Vic Gordon is out organizing a second patrol among the ranchers. A group of riders who'll be ready in any emergency. He'll be here soon to join us.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Is the marshal here?
I'm the marshal. What's your trouble?
My wagon train needs help or it'll be wiped out. It's...
Here. Now, sit down here. Now tell us what happened.
I'm with a wagon train from Kansas. They stopped just across the border to water up. Me and 3 other men rode on ahead. In Miller's Gap, we was ambushed by outlaws. I'm the only one that got through alive.
Outlaws?
An ambush.
The wagons will be coming through any time now. They've got to be saved.
Miller's Gap. That's a lot farther out than we planned on meeting them. I'll get the posse started. You stay here and take it easy till I get back.
I'll get the press set for an extra edition.
What?
How'd I sound?
Great, you almost convinced me. Well, this is perfect. The marshal and his men riding toward the gap, Baxter and his men can be destroying those wagons in Dixie Canyon.
Maybe I'd better be on my way.
No, that'll look suspicious. You stick around until the marshal gets through questioning you. Then get out of town fast.
You bet I will.
I just saw the posse riding out. What's up?
They're going to surprise some outlaws at Miller's Gap. Get the press ready, 10 Point. I'll have a story to print when I come back.
Miss Barbara, you don't need to go out
This
there.
is one roundup I'm not going to miss.
Feeling better now?
Yeah. I was sort of tuckered out. I reckon I'd better be on my way.
Oh, stick around till the posse gets here.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Well, I want to be in on the scrap of those outlaws.
Oh, let the posse take care of them. I want you here to identify any prisoners they bring in.
I'll be back in time for that.
You're not leaving, I tell you.
You mean I can't go?
Well, you can put it any way you want. Hey, you got some special reason for leaving?
Yeah, I got a reason. Get your hands up. The reason I can't wait for that posse is that I sent them the wrong way, so those wagons could be knocked off in Dixie Canyon.
Why, you mangy coyote?
Button up your lip. Get in that cell.
In that drawer.
What happened?
Well, this man came in here with a faked-up story that sent the posse on the wrong trail. His pals are all set to attack the wagon train in Dixie Canyon.
Where's the posse heading for?
Miller's Gap.
I'll head for the wagons and warn them. You better send someone to turn the posse.
Yeah, but there ain't an able-bodied man left here. And I can't leave town.
10 Point's at the Herald office. Send him.
10 Point.
I tell you, the story was a fake. The outlaws are waiting for those wagons near Dixie Canyon.
Are you sure?
Yep, the marshal told me himself. I'm riding out to overtake the posse.
Well, then get started. I'll head for Dixie Canyon.
Here's the setup, men. As soon as the wagons come in sight, we'll attack and force them off on that side road.
That'll drive them into the canyon.
Right. Pete and Dirk are set to blow up the canyon road, and we'll catch them like rats in a trap.
Get those horses unhitched. We'll have to roll the wagon to the edge.
Here they come.
Hurry it up. Get that fuse ready. Hurry it up. idea. We can finish him and get after the wagons.
What's the use? The men that were supposed to blow up the pass have bungled their job somehow. We can't stop that wagon train alone.
That's right. But we can square accounts with Gordon.
No, not until we get some information out of him. We'll tie him up and see what Hammond wants to do with him.
At least you got Gordon. Where is he?
We're holding him under guard in the shack at Blue Meadows. He could spill a lot of information under pressure. How do we know he's connected with the railroad? All we've got is his word for it.
That's right. We don't know who he is. May even be the Black Whip.
Oh, the Black Whip was interfering with us long before Gordon came here.
Before he came here as a representative of the railroad, yes. But he could have come earlier as the Whip.
That's impossible. Remember the day you sent us out to capture the new press that was coming in for the Herald? And we were holding Gordon a prisoner? Black Whip attacked us while we had Vic Gordon a prisoner in our own hands.
All right, that checks off Gordon. Who else could be the Whip?
My only guess would be Weatherby, the town marshal. He's always making a lot of talk about not having jurisdiction outside the township. But what's to keep him from putting on a mask and...
Oh, that don't hold water either.
I don't know why not.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. When Gordon was arrested on a charge of stealing the reward money, a mob of townspeople stormed the jail.
There you are. Come on, give it to him. Put some weight on her now. Animal! Hit him!
Take it easy, man. Gordon deserves a fair trial. Looks like this bunch means business, Vic. While the marshal was lying unconscious in the jail, I was a prisoner of the Black Whip, being brought back to town with the stolen money.
You got about
about 1 minute left to say where you hid that money you stole.
I told you I didn't steal it.
Oh, yeah?
We go. Come on.
The black whip.
What does it say? Here's the stolen money and one of the men who took it. He can probably tell you who is behind him and his gang. And it's signed the Black Whip.
Come on, we'll take care of him right now.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Here, take it easy. We've had enough mob rule around here for one day.
He's right. I told you men you were making a mistake. Now let's not make another. We'll turn this man over to the marshal.
I'm with you. That's what happened. And it proves the marshal's not the Black Whip.
You're right. The marshal's not our man. We'll have to look to Miss Meredith for the answer.
You mean she's the whip?
No, but I'm dead sure she knows who he is. I have a plan that'll make her tell us.
Hello, 10 Point. Have you heard from Vic yet?
No, Miss Barbara. I talked to the folks that came in on the wagon train, but none of them had seen him after the fight.
Well, let me know at once if you hear anything. Stand where you are.
Put that gun down, sister. You ain't gonna use it. We've got Vic Gordon a prisoner.
I don't believe you.
Oh, you don't? All right. Bring him in. Don't try anything, or else he'll go out like a light. Put that gun down. Tie him up.
What do you want?
Now, that's more like it. I want you to bring the Black Whip here, now.
I wouldn't do that even if I could.
All right. Let him have it.
Wait. I'll find him. I'll have to saddle a horse.
Gordon's horse is right outside.
I don't know how long it will take me to find
Oh,
him.
yes, you do. I'll give you just 1 hour, and if you're not back then...
What's the idea in coming out here?
Oh, she gave up too easy. Maybe planning to trick us. Gordon's safe enough in there. We'll stay out here and patrol both sides of the house in case the whip's trying to surprise us.
Black Whip's inside the house.
I'll find him. I'll have to saddle a horse.
Gordon's horse is right outside.
I don't know how long it will take me to
Oh,
find
yes,
him.
you do. I'll give you just 1 hour. And if you're not back then...
Black Whip's inside the house.
We've discovered this much. Barbara Meredith does know who the Black Whip is, or at least she knows where to find him.
Then we better follow her next time.
After last night, the Black Whip is sure to be smart enough to figure out some way to keep in touch with her.
He's a slick one, all right.
There must be some clue. You were in the room with him. Didn't you see anything that might identify him?
All I could see was that gun he was holding. Looked as big as a cannon. If I hadn't have thrown the boot at that lamp, we'd have been goners.
Black Whip's boot. That might be a clue. Did you get the maker's name? We can trace it if you did.
I only had it in my hand a minute. I did notice, though, it seemed awfully small, no bigger than a woman's.
A woman's? Of course, it must be. How dumb I've been.
About what?
Barbara Meredith. She's the Black Whip.
She couldn't be. The Black Whip's got to be a man. He's outshot us, outrode us, and outfought us. Stopped us at every turn.
She has because she's smart. I happen to know she's a good horsewoman and a fine shot. Now, I'm convinced she's the Black Whip. We've got to get rid of her. Then you can dress one of your men up as the Black Whip and help us fight against statehood.
Why, everybody in the territory knows that horse and outfit.
That's right, so we can kill her until we find out where she hides the horse and outfit. Now, here's what you do. You go to the Meredith Ranch. When you get her, you let me know.
Yes?
This is 10 Point. Vic just left for the ranch. You'd better have a good story ready. The way he talks, maybe he's beginning to think you're the Black Whip.
Thinks I'm the Black Whip.
We think so, too. Fire up. We better clear out of here. Take her to the hideout below Mesa Peak. I'll meet you there after I see the boss. He may want to question her himself. You stay here. Someone may come out to see why she doesn't answer the telephone. Whoever it is, finish him off. We don't want our trail picked up.
All right, mister. Drop that gun.
Where's Miss Meredith?
Try and find out.
The next one will be dead center.
Wait.
All right. Talk fast. Where's Miss Meredith?
Harris took her to the hideout shack below Mesa Peak. The boss thinks she's the Black Whip.
He does, huh? Who's the boss?
I don't know. Honest. Baxter hired me just for this job.
You'd better be ready to talk when Baxter gets here.
If I knew who the Black Whip was, I wouldn't tell you.
Quit stalling. We know you're the whip.
You're mistaken, gentlemen.
The Black Whip.
What's going on in there?
The Black Whip got here. He's inside fighting with Mac.
You mean to say the Meredith girl isn't the Black Whip?
No.
What are you figuring to do with that explosive?
I'm going to blow up that shack.
You'd have to get too close. They're apt to drill you. Give me that stuff. You stay here and keep them penned in the shack. I'll go up on top of that cliff and blast it down on them.
Right.
Thanks, Vic.
How did you know it was me?
I recognized your voice, and I know where the outfit came from. How did you find it?
I was battling the man they left at your place. He fell through the panel, down the steps, and into the cave. Before he died, he told me where you were and that they believed you were the Black Whip. I thought I'd changed their minds.
Lucky for me, you did.
Sounds like a landslide.